teams in pot 1.
So, 9 teams who have won more than 500 trophies between them, would you believe? Among them, last season's winners, of course, Paris Saint-Germain, the most successful club in Champions League history, Real Madrid, and the 2023 winners, Manchester City.
Indeed. Now, if you're wondering how it's all going to work, up here on stage, we'll have Zlatan drawing the balls for the clubs in the first couple of pots, and then we'll have Kaká pressing the button, and that will reveal their opponents. So let's get going, gentlemen. Please begin the draw for the upcoming 2025-26 UEFA Champions League.
Thank you, Pedro. Everything is ready and the pressure is huge for all the fans because we are kicking off the season. But now it's not on me. I hope that this draw helps resolve our relationship, Zlatan, because I need your help now.
I will help you.
Thank you very much. Please shuffle the balls and deliver the first team drawn to kick off this season.
Bayern München.
So it is Bayern München, so the champions of Germany, who scored 99 goals last year and lost just 2 matches to win their 33rd Bundesliga title. So we are ready. Apparently our computer has already drawn the 8 opponents for Bayern, and I would ask Kaká now, press the button and we will reveal them.
Zlatan and Kaká, thank you very much indeed. So let's look at Bayern Munich then. These are their opponents for this season's Champions League phase. From pot 1, blockbuster clashes to say the least. Bayern Munich will be hosting Chelsea at home and then travelling to the Parc des Princes to take on the champions PSG. That's from pot 1. From pot 2, it's Club Bruges and an away trip to North London to take on Arsenal. From pot 3, they will face Sporting Club de Portugal and PSV Eindhoven in the Netherlands. And from pot 4, they take on newcomers Union Saint-Gilloise and another newcomer as well. They'll travel to Cyprus to meet Paphos.
Yeah, and we see one of the recent finals already played again between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern. So Zlatan, we're ready. We can now move on. We go to the second team.
Chelsea.
Chelsea FC, the winners of all UEFA competitions. So for Chelsea, we are also ready, and for Chelsea, we need to find out 7 opponents because one is already known, it's Bayern. And Kaká, press the button, we will know soon.
So we find out the path for Chelsea Football Club, 2-time winners. It's Barcelona to go on with Bayern Munich in pot 1. In pot 2, home match with 2-time winners Benfica and a trip to Atalanta. In pot 3, it's Ajax at home and Napoli away. And in pot 4, they'll be hosting Paphos, the debutants, and Karabakh. They'll have a trip to Azerbaijan. That's the path for Chelsea.
Yes, this is the path for Chelsea. Zlatan, help us please with another team.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, the only team which has played more than 500 matches in this competition, 503 to be precise. For Real Madrid, we know nothing yet, so if you press the button, we will reveal 8 opponents for Real Madrid.
Kaka deciding the path for your former club there. Let's take a look at who they play in pot one. They just keep meeting, don't they, from pot one? Manchester City and Liverpool, they play both of them in this league phase. From pot two, they will host Juventus and travel to Lisbon to take on Benfica. From pot three, it's Olympique de Marseille and a trip to Greece to take on the Greek champions Olympiacos. And from pot four, it's AS Monaco and it's a trip to Kazakhstan to take on the newcomers Kairat Almaty.
Yes, and another recent final with Liverpool, so Liverpool Real Madrid to be played again. Thank you very much, Zlatan. Please go and let's see who comes next.
Inter Milano.
Internazionale Milano finalists 3 months ago, and the best defense in the league phase of the first season. Only 1 goal conceded to their opponents by Inter. No opponents have been drawn for Inter, and Kaká, play your derby with Inter now.
The 3-time winners will be facing Liverpool at home and Borussia Dortmund away in pot 1. Then it's Arsenal and Atletico de Madrid in pot 2, a home match with Slavia Praha, a trip to the Netherlands to take on Ajax. And in pot 4, it's Kairat Almaty at home and another debutant, Union Saint-Gilloise away.
Yes, this is all the story for Inter. Let's go.
Borussia Dortmund.
So Borussia Dortmund, say also winners of 97, they will need 3 matches to have played 200 matches in this competition. So it will happen on match day 3, of course. For Borussia Dortmund, we know that they will play Inter at home, and they will have another 7 opponents to face.
Yeah, so the 7 remaining teams for Borussia Dortmund. Then Manchester City, a trip to the Etihad in pot 1. From pot 2, they host Villarreal and travel to Juventus. From pot 3, it's newcomers and, of course, Europa League semi-finalists Bodo Glimt and the Europa League finalists as well, Tottenham Hotspur from... champions, I should say, the Europa League champions, Tottenham Hotspur, from pot 3. And from pot 4, they will host Athletic Club and they'll travel to Denmark to take on Copenhagen.
Yes, and the less recent final here, Juventus Borussia Dortmund, back to 1997. So, Zlatan, yes, please.
It doesn't look exciting, yeah? Nasser. Liverpool.
Liverpool FC, so champions, English champions for the 20th time, equaling the record of Manchester United, and first place in the league phase of last season. For Liverpool, they have already been drawn against Real Madrid and Inter, and they don't know the opponents in pot 2, 3, and 4.
That's absolutely right, Giorgio. 6 opponents to find out now for Liverpool. It's Atletico de Madrid and Eintracht Frankfurt from pot 2. PSV Eindhoven at home and Olympique Marseille away from pot 3. And in pot 4, Karabakh at Anfield and Galatasaray in Istanbul.
So this is it. This is the path for Liverpool. We have 3 teams left to conclude pot number 1. So let's see who comes next.
Barcelona.
This time it is FC Barcelona, top scorers last year, 43 goals. Of course, no surprise because their front line is really atomic. Rafinha, Lewandowski, Yamal can score to anybody. Please, Kaká, press the button. 7 opponents to be revealed for Barcelona.
Yeah, another one of Zlatan's former clubs then. We know they're facing Chelsea from pot 1. They're also taking on another one of Zlatan's former clubs, PSG. From pot 2, Barcelona will host Eintracht Frankfurt and travel to Belgium to take on Club Brugge. From pot 3, it's Olympiacos and a trip to Slavia Praha. And from pot 4, Barcelona host Copenhagen. Oh, and they travel to St. James's Park to take on Newcastle.
Yes, this is it. We have only 2, so take one of the 2 balls, so that the computer can draw their opponents.
Paris Saint-Germain.
And now the title holders of Paris Saint-Germain, they won not just the Champions League, but the treble, so the 2 major trophies also in France. Only 9 clubs have done it in Europe. So big merit to this team. And Kaká, you have to reveal 6 of their opponents after Bayern and Barcelona.
The defending champions will also be playing Atalanta at home, Bayer Leverkusen away in pot 2, hosting Tottenham and playing in Lisbon against Sporting in pot 3, and in pot 4 it's a home match with Newcastle United and a trip to face Athletic Club.
Yes. So that's all. We know everything also for Paris Saint-Germain. And Zlatan, if you pick the last ball, we all know who we're talking about, but the paper will also show it.
Manchester City.
And of course, it is Manchester City record holders because they did 26 matches without a single defeat between 2022 and 24. They will play Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid, and tell us which are the 6 teams.
Yeah, and completing the path then for Manchester City. Some great trips actually for the City fans. From pot 2, they host Bayer Leverkusen and they travel to Villarreal. From pot 3, it's Napoli and a trip to the Arctic Circle to take on Bodo Glimt. And from pot 4, Galatasaray and a visit here in the Principality to take on AS Monaco. So, the first teams have been drawn. Some incredible fixtures to look forward to already. Kaká's former side Real Madrid taking on Manchester City again. Zlatan's former team Inter against Liverpool, and the holders Paris Saint-Germain against Bayern Munich. We have to remind you at this stage, of course, that the grid shows you all of the fixtures, but not necessarily the order. The full calendar will be released for you on Saturday, so make sure you keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, tune in for that. We're done with pot 1, of course. Before we go